Hello and welcome one and all to your award-winning Kingsport Chamber Zone, the show that's all about this great Kingsport community and your Kingsport area Chamber of Commerce. This is our holiday edition. She is my favorite elf, superb co-host and dear friend Laura Still with the law firm of Hunter, Smith & Davis.
And he is my little cup of holiday cheer, Bob Biggins with the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. And we are coming to you from one of our favorite locations. It is the Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, here to celebrate the Kingsport Chamber holiday after hours, the last Kingsport Chamber Zone of the season. Little
tear in the eye there, I see.
No, that's just allergies. The tree, it's getting me.
Tears in our viewers' eyes, I'm sure, right? But Laura, it is the perfect place to host the Kingsport Chamber Holiday After Hours and close our last show for 2009 because Metaview's had another great year. It's just opened 110 new guest rooms, renovated all of its existing 196 rooms. It just broke ground on the $15 million executive conference wing. And once again, this year, Metaview has been named the #1 Marriott in all the world. Let's say that again for emphasis.
All the world.
#1 Marriott in all the world for event satisfaction. It's been another great year here at Metaview. Great things to come in 2010. And we'll tell you more when we chat with two of Metaview's leaders in just a moment.
And if that wasn't enough to celebrate, of course, we're going to have to talk to you about what's coming up on February the 5th. And if you haven't already got it on your calendar, it's time to do it right now. It's the Kingsport Chamber's 63rd
annual breakfast, lunch,
annual
dinner. That's it, yes.
Annual dinner, that's what it is. It is a fabulous event. We talk it up throughout the year, but this is really the show to watch to find out exactly what's going on. And we're so excited because we have two of our very good friends, award-winning anchors from 11 Connects, Josh Smith and Sarah Diamond, who will be back again this year to MC the annual dinner once more. We're so excited to have them on the show and to hear all about what is going on. Annual dinner.
Absolutely. And one thing that will happen that night, Laura, at the annual dinners, we'll celebrate the many successes that Kingsport has enjoyed this past year, and there have been many. Your Kingsport Chamber President and CEO, Miles Burdine, will drop by our set a little later in our show to tell you about all the great growth and development that has occurred in Kingsport and with your Kingsport Chamber this past year.
It's an exciting event. I can't wait to go get into the party that's going on at the after hours. So before we get to all of that, we want to tell you what's going on here in Kingsport as if there wasn't enough. So here are your latest Kingsport Chamber news and highlights.
Be a lady tonight. Look, be a lady tonight. Look, if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Look, be a lady tonight.
Thing up and down my spine is that same old wish cat when your eyes meet mine.
Yeah, I'm on that new whiskey diet. In 1 week, I lost 3 days. Oh, you know, nobody does somebody really love you. So grab yourself somebody.
And we are now pleased to be joined for our host for tonight's Kingsport Chamber Zone and Kingsport Chamber After Hours, our great friends here at Metaview. Andy King is the general manager of the Metaview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, and Mark Eversole is the resort's assistant general manager. Gentlemen, thanks for hosting the big party tonight.
Pleasure
at the Kingsport
to do it, Bob.
Chamber Zone.
Absolutely. Glad to have you guys.
Andy, Metaview's just had another remarkable year. You had celebrated the opening of your beautiful 2 new hotel wings, 110 new rooms. You've had great response from that. You also broke ground on the $15 million executive conference wing. So tell us about that, because I know you will open it next year.
We are. It's scheduled to open October 1st of 2010, Bob, and this has been a great year for us. I know it's been a little bit difficult and challenging with the economy and some of the construction concerns that we've gone through, but we opened up those new wings in August, just in time for the race. And since we opened those wings, business has been terrific. We've had we've had some great groups in, and leading right up until we just booked a piece of business for next week. There's 250 room nights. So
that's wonderful.
Incredible. And our executive conference center is right on target for construction and opening.
And certainly the buzz besides the Executive Conference Center is about the indoor pool and fitness facility that you're going to be having here. And so tell us what that's going to mean to your Metaview guests, Mark.
Well, I think the new fitness center is going to mean a lot to us from a seasonal standpoint. You know, for the first 13 years of the life of this hotel, we've only had a pool open for the actual season, closing in, basically September or Labor Day. So now we're going to be open year-round. That'll entice more travelers at the end of the year and all through the year to be able to come and visit and have that spa of the pool and so forth down there, the fitness center. And it's absolutely beautiful. We toured it today, and it's really coming along. We should be finished. It'll be a nice Christmas present for the resort. We look to be open right at Christmas Day.
I think that means that we can do a ChamberZone taping now.
I'm thinking
from
maybe
there.
next June, yeah, July,
See
absolutely.
you guys sitting in the hot tub.
Okay,
That'd be a
yeah.
perfect-
Looking over the front
I was
nine.
actually
Yeah, that
thinking
will
about
boost
doing
our
it from the
ratings to see
treadmill.
that,
From the
right?
fitness center, yeah.
That's right, brand new treadmills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't you
that's
think?
right, absolutely, yeah. We always need a ratings booster, right?
Those treadmills will have cardio theater built onto them. They'll have their own LCDs built onto those treadmills. You'll be able to watch the TV, look into the pool area,
You
if
can
you will.
watch Kingsport Chamber Zone.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
It gets all the
That would
channels,
make me run
including
fast,
local.
right?
That's right.
Well, Andy, in total, the expansion both of the hotel wings and the executive conference wing, the pool, and the spa, and the fitness center, it's about $30 million. This is such incredible news for Kingsport. It's important for Kingsport. What does this expansion not only mean for Meadowview and what you're able to do here, but for this community and its financial impact?
It does a lot for the community, Bob. It's for instance, we just had a group in for the last 3 days. AGC, a local company. Their headquarters is now in Atlanta. They brought the whole group up here. They spent 3 days, but they spent a day here having their meetings, and then they went out at night and they went downtown. They went to the new bank catering facility downtown, and they had a great time down there. It was catered by a different company. So it doesn't just mean that Meadowview is going to be successful. It means that the city will be more successful, because a lot of the people that come in and spend time with us also go out and spend time on their after hours down in the city, which is great. That's what we're looking for.
And for Smart, Meadowview has built its reputation on its ability to provide excellent services to its guests. Of course, this year you always rack up awards, and this year's no different. You were rated the #1 Marriott in the world for event satisfaction.
Well, I got to tell you, that reputation does extend over into our events and our banquet area.
Yep.
Our senior leadership in there, Steve Hiskin, who is our director of event planning. I wish he was here tonight to talk about his area. And Lynn Brown, our senior banquet manager, and their team of professionals has done an outstanding job. And this year in particular, it is not easy to be #1 in the company in event satisfaction, as it is in guest satisfaction over in the hotel area. We're extremely proud of that team. We have a beautiful facility, but it's not always about the bricks and mortar. It's about the pillars and foundations and your staff here in this building. It's all about the human resources.
And I'll have to say, just as a quick testimonial, when I was giving a presentation here a couple of weeks ago, I showed up with my laptop and realized that I didn't have my power cord to go to my laptop. And of course, I made a comment to one of your staff members, who quickly ran and found a power cord for me so that I didn't have to have somebody from my office bring it out to me. And so that's just an example of the type of service you all provide. It's just outstanding.
Laura, if you ever need a power cord, come see me. We have boxes of power cords, because that seems to be the lost and found item that people leave behind the
stick them
hotel.
in
the
your
most.
office, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop by, we'll
Good
get
to
you
know.
one. Certainly.
Well, it is a great event planning team here, and Andy, while they're planning all these holiday parties out here, and of course getting ready for your Kingsport Chamber annual dinner, they're also busy
that coming
preparing.
up?
That's what I hear, yes.
Okay.
But they're also busy preparing for a big New Year's Eve bash that you'll be hosting here at Meadowview. Tell us about that.
That's right. We have the New Year's Eve ball drop here, and I have a little piece of paper because there's so many details. I don't want to miss a single detail here.
Sure.
It's New Year's Eve, 7 to midnight, $75 a person, and that gets you free valet parking, hors d'oeuvres, a champagne toast at midnight, a wonderful dinner prepared by our award-winning chef,
We love the chefs
yes.
here at Meadowview.
a live feed and ball drop from the New York City, live auction, music by the Bag of Cats and our
Bag of
old
Cats.
friend Bob
Bob
Kemper.
Kemper.
That's
Yeah.
right, Bob Kemper.
Tri-City's hottest party band.
That's right. We are going to offer a special discount for the folks that come to that event, of $79 for a room.
Wow.
To stay in the
That's a
hotel
deal.
that night.
Yes, it is. A great deal.
Proceeds are all going to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport. And if you like tickets, you need to RSVP to Sue Atterbury. Her phone number is 230-4160, extension 233, or grants@kbgc.org. And that's going to be a terrific event.
It is going to be a terrific event. And you just have bash upon bash, I guess, going on here at Meadowview, because you've got a little one coming up
Well, that's right. A little.
on February the 5th. Something about the annual dinner.
Some little party.
I
don't
believe
know.
that
We've
phrase-
mentioned
Some
it a
little
time or
party
two
that
on
just
the
happens to be
show.
the largest one in the galaxy.
That's
I'm
right.
not sure if I didn't coin that phrase back years ago, because it is the largest in the galaxy. The boss says somebody's going to come forward and say they have something larger in the galaxy, but so far nobody's
It's
come
Prove it.
forward.
It'll be an alien. So
That's right. Exactly.
We're not worried
Take
about
it to your
that.
leader. That's right.
But it is something that you you all have been so gracious to host. And obviously a great event, fabulous event, wonderful time. Tell us why you all continue to be involved in it and what it means to Meadowview.
Well, it is a great event for us. We talk about that all the time with our customers, potential customers. We use our convention center, 35,000 square feet of space. It's decorated beautifully. The sound system in there is terrific, perfect for your venue this year. We served last year close to 1,400 people. So
right.
A plated dinner, which is not an easy thing to do on the service side, but it's talked about all over the place. And I trust me, the people in Marriott know about this event because we tell everybody about it.
Well, you do a fabulous job with it.
Well, you know what, we talked about this Thanksgiving, the last holiday, and the signs of the economy. We did nearly 1,200 people for Thanksgiving holiday here, which is it's over 10% of what we've done in the past on that Thanksgiving holiday. So we're very pleased. Kind of seems like the economy is coming back, the local economy in particular. And you're hearing good things in the newspaper about how our local industries are doing. So we're kind of looking forward to 2010.
Well, you all do a great job here at Meadowview. You're a phenomenal team. It's always a pleasure to work with you all because you're a class act and true professionals. And Andy, if our viewers, wanted to book their next big event or party here at Meadowview, where can they find you?
They can just dial 423-578-6600, and we'd be happy to take care of them.
And take care of them, you do. You do a fabulous job at it. Andy King and Mark Eversole with Meadowview Marriott. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for hosting the Kingsport Chamber After Hours holiday event. Thank you for hosting the Kingsport Chamber Zone.
That's
and
right.
of course, thank you for hosting the Kingsport Chamber's annual dinner.
It is our pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. And when we return on your Kingsport Chamber Zone, we'll have a preview of that party of all parties. Please stay with us.
Welcome back to this edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone. We are on location from the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center.
And the party going on here behind us with your Kingsport Chamber After Hours is just a small taste of what's to come as your Kingsport Chamber and Meadowview are preparing for the party of all parties. Of course, we're speaking of your Kingsport Chamber 63rd Annual Dinner set for Friday, February 5th, right here at Meadowview.
And it would not be a Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner without the following two guests who are back by popular demand to MC that big shindig. And of course, I'm talking about Sarah Diamond and Josh Smith, who are with the award-winning 11 Connects news anchors. And you guys, how many years have you been doing it now? I mean,
30.
I know, it's
something like
It just
that.
seems like 30, right? Because you've been working with
Let's
us.
just say several.
Yes.
That's a good round estimate.
It's what happens
Several.
when you're good. You just keep getting asked back. So.
Exactly.
We love doing it. That's the thing.
Well, and that's a great thing that you all do love doing it because everybody just loves the fact that you all come out and MC it. It's always such a wonderful event. But amazingly enough, there are people out there, I guess, who've never been to an annual dinner.
No way.
I know. I know.
Mother.
It confuses me. I'm astounded by it.
But I guess, Josh, for somebody who's never been to an annual dinner, how would you describe it?
Do you have an hour?
I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Let's just say it's an event that takes a whole year to plan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a party.
It is a
celebration.
party. It is a celebration, and that's what I love is that in the dreary of winter, we're getting together and we're having a party. I mean, great food, tasty beverages, and entertainment that you'd have to get on a plane to go see.
Sure.
And it comes here. And then, it's also a celebration of what's good about, so often we have to say the bad news.
Yeah,
And
which we
there's
don't like to do.
so much good news.
Sure.
And this is a night when we talk about it. We celebrate it. And a year like we've had for the business community in the world, it's great to tell the good stories and to celebrate the high points. And that's what we do at the Chamber Dinner every year. And so a few hours ahead of time we start planning it and it just happens.
Yeah, it just comes
We just
together.
show up together
Yeah.
and run with
Yeah.
it.
It's a
So,
potluck, and,
little buffet, bring your own.
That's
so.
right. It's formal, but it's not stuffy. That's
Right.
what I love about
That's
it.
a great way to
A
describe
lot
it.
like this show, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
well, Sarah, more than 1,500 in attendance last year, and it continues to grow. It's the largest chamber annual dinner in the nation.
Right.
Laura says the largest one in the galaxy until someone proves otherwise.
Right. Well,
but-
she's a lawyer. You know.
Yes, that's the
If
lawyer.
you don't like
Proof
it,
is
sue
on
her.
Stake
someone
my
else,
claim.
yeah.
Somebody prove me wrong.
But why does it continue to be so popular? And if someone who's never attended, why should they attend?
Well, I think, like we were talking about.
Sarah.
In a lovely dress.
That's right. I already
Or
wrote it
Josh
down.
in a lovely
Which she's
dress.
already Paul, yeah.
Yeah. Either one. You
why
never
not?
know. It's a great time to celebrate, like Josh said, the successes of Kingsport. And whether you're a small part of that, whether you're a large part of it, we're all a community. We're all in this together. And with the way the economy's been going, things have, have gone downhill. But we've done such good things in Kingsport that we want to celebrate that. And everybody's been a part of it, whether it's owning a business, whether it's just buying locally. We're all in it. And so we all should celebrate that. Right.
And of course, Josh, the big part of the night is this fabulous entertainment. That's really the fun part. The whole event is fun, but that's the major portion of the event. So who's on stage this year at the Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner?
It's going to be so cool. I mean, I didn't think you could top last year. When I'm not
know.
lying to
I
you.
mean, yeah.
When people
That
were
was
doing
so cool.
the Congo line at a chamber dinner,
That was the first, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
because Josh was leading.
Yeah.
That's why he
Exactly.
started it.
but this is Vegas coming to the Tri-Cities.
So cool.
And we don't have to do the dollar T-bone steaks, all you can eat buffet all night. I mean, it's quality. This is going to be the Rat Pack, which a critic called the best act in Vegas. And when you get a critic to say a good thing, you know they're good.
Right.
This is the sound. This is the songs that we love. This is Sinatra. This is Joey. This is Sammy. These are the songs that we really love. So I'm very excited about this music. They come, they do a show, and then there's a 17-piece band, which is part of the Symphony of the Mountains Orchestra, which is going to be an unbelievable combination. And there are going to be a few surprises as well, I hear, that you'll have to come and see. But it's going to be...
We can't give it all away
Yeah.
right now.
It's always a surprise to us, too. That's about it,
literally called one of the best acts in Vegas, and they're going to be here. So I'm very excited.
And for good reason. And of course, it's not enough that you get to dress up, wear your finest, come out and socialize and have a great time. I mean, the tickets really are very reasonable.
They
and
are.
easy to get. Tell me about that.
It's $75, and you can buy them at the Chamber. And if you have any questions about that, you can call the Chamber at 392-8800. And I want to make a point, everybody is invited to this. It's not just Kingsport Chamber members. Anyone can come, whether they live in Hayside.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Come to the Kingsport Chamber Dinner. It's awesome.
It's a party.
It is.
It is. I met people last year who heard about it, had nothing to do with any business, but wanted to see the act, and they wanted to have the food and just enjoy the fellowship of being together. They drove in.
Perfect opportunity.
Now, of course, the Chamber is grateful to 11 Connects for being a host sponsor yet again, and of course, giving you all over to the Chamber, over to Bob for a little bit of time.
In
Anyway.
handcuffs.
Yeah, we drag you kicking and screaming.
Kicking and
I've
screaming,
seen
yeah.
it. I've seen it. But we also have a lot of other sponsors to thank. Who are they?
Definitely.
Yeah, and we have to go to our sheet of paper for this
Yeah,
because
we don't want to forget anybody.
many want to be sponsors, but only few get to be. So we want to thank the host sponsor, 11 Connects WJHL, the title sponsor, Eastman Chemical Company. I mean, really, such a marvelous community partner. Entertainment sponsor, Holston Valley Medical Center. The concert hall and stage sponsor, Eastman Credit Union. An associate sponsor, are they new this year on board?
think
They
King
are.
College.
They stepped up to the major sponsorship.
Welcome, King College.
And
Yeah.
then a reception sponsor, Oak Hill Memorial Park Funerals and Cremation. So great community friends making the dinner affordable and possible
Right.
for the community.
And you have the hospital and funeral home, both sponsoring, as we say every year.
It's full
How can
service.
you beat
You're in
that,
good
right?
hands.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And the Rat Pack in
and having
between.
it at a hotel. I mean, what else?
That's
what
right.
more
I
could
know
ask
it. You can
for?
spend the night here, literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And of course, finally, you mentioned surprises, but word is that you two are finally going to sing this year, because we've been asking
We've
for it
been
every year.
saying that for several years.
We tied him up last year, so this year we're going to maybe let him
Let's
sing.
hope that video doesn't exist.
I know. We got to look on YouTube for that.
I just think we draw the line here. You make us do dishes. You make us MC. We have to set the table.
Right. Vacuum afterwards.
And you
Put croutons on
yeah,
the salad.
Sarah had to
You're
make
doing
jello
well,
last year. I
Yeah.
mean, this is enough.
That was a long process, by the way. Yeah.
It was a good jello, though.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad
I
you
enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
it.
I enjoyed it.
But you're just going to have to come
Yeah,
because
there
it's one of those things where it's live. Anything can happen. We have some things planned, but really, you never know what's going to happen, especially when it comes to Josh
And it's a
I.
great meal, too. It really is a great
Oh,
meal.
it is award-winning. I mean, we have award-winning chefs here at Meadowview. We are so fortunate to have them here, and it's just a super meal. I mean, people think, oh, it's going to be here. There's going to be a piece of chicken with some crazy sauce on it. Oh no, it's
Well, we have
so
crazy
much better.
sauce.
We do. But we save that for later.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
About 3 hours after the show, when Bob hands us a styrofoam thing and
Yeah.
it's cold, we always say this food keeps getting better and
Every
better, doesn't it?
year.
You take it home
It's
with
good
you.
even
so-
cold. I mean, that's basically what you're saying, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's worth the price of the ticket for the food,
Sure,
really,
exactly.
and the environment.
It's a great date night.
You
Great night
can't
out of the
go
town.
to dinner, to a nice dinner,
Right.
have the entertainment you're going to see, and drinks and everything cheaper than what you're going to have
Sure.
here at the Chamber dinner.
Vegas is coming to Kingsport. Not everything
exciting.
Vegas, right? But at least the
We're gonna
entertainment
leave the
part,
$1
so-
T-bone steaks
Yeah.
in Vegas. Yeah.
And we're glad.
With Josh Smith and Sarah Diamond, award-winning news anchors with 11 Connects, and returning once again, backed by popular demand as MCs for your Kingsport Chamber
We're
63rd
excited.
Annual Dinner. Thanks for joining us, and again,
Thank
thanks
you.
for all you do for this great
Yes,
event.
thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
And again, for your tickets or for more information on your Kingsport Chamber 63rd Annual Dinner, call your Kingsport Chamber 392-8800 or go to kingsportchamber.org.
And stay with us because when we come back, we're going to tell you why there is so much to celebrate in Kingsport at the annual dinner right after this. And welcome back to this edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone. We are coming to you from the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center.
And your Kingsport Chamber and the Kingsport community had another great year in 2009 and looking forward to a great year in 2010. Here now to give us his take on all the great things happening in Kingsport is the president and CEO of your Kingsport Chamber and my boss, so we got to be really nice to him, Miles Burdine. Miles, thanks for joining us. I'm glad we could pull you away from the hors d'oeuvre line, long enough for this.
I don't have any wing juice on my face.
That's right. Well, we got it
It was
before you
good.
came on, so yeah.
Makeup took care of
Miles,
that.
a big part of what Kingsport has celebrated and enjoyed this past year has been this huge success of the Kingsport Academic Village and Kingsport's commitment to higher education. Why is that commitment that Kingsport's had on the higher education efforts so important to this community, and what's next for the Kingsport Academic Village?
Well, certainly the higher education initiative, when joined with our outstanding K-12 education system, has been the highlight of the year. And to me, what it means and what it means to the citizens of Kingsport is opportunity. Opportunity for our citizens to get more education, more training, so that they can better themselves, so that they can get a higher level of income. It's an opportunity for businesses to expand because a better trained workforce is available to them. It's an opportunity for us to recruit more businesses here, more industry here, because they will see that we have a focus on a higher educated workforce that they can hopefully employ. Now, what it means in the future, what we're looking for in the future is actually open up a lot of doors for us. There's businesses out there who are looking at Kingsport saying, you guys really are focusing on things we want you to focus on, and that is education. I see nothing but good things happening. The next step, of course, is the Pal Barger opportunity there with automotive technology. And we're presently meeting with a group to apply for grants that could better link our K-12 education system to higher education, offering the idea that your education does not end at the end of your 12th grade year of school, and also better preparing our students while they're in high school, and when they're actually in college, whether it's a 2-year degree or 4-year degree, concentrating on getting them out of there.
You know, we have so many reasons to feel blessed here in Kingsport. Of course, the wonderful things that are going on with the academic village, and the fact that Kingsport continues to buck some trends when it comes to what's been happening nationally with the economy. Our residential and commercial retail development fronts seem to do really well in 2009. What do you think is going to happen for 2010 in Kingsport? Are we going to be able to continue that pattern?
Well, it's going to be tough. I will say that, I want to read a few numbers about 2009 if you don't mind.
Sure.
I did this last year. These are a few things I jotted down. Some of the numbers that actually indicate we had a good year in 2009. Housing prices are up over 25% in the last 5 years. Net jobs since 1990, over 11,000 jobs have been added. Now certainly some of the jobs have been lost in manufacturing, but we've added them in other sectors. Very important. Downtown property tax appraisals up over $37 million since 1997. 1997, over $37 million. That's property tax appraisals in downtown Kingsport. And what's important to that also does not even include non-taxable property appraisals, such as our hospitals, such as the Quebecor properties, such as our churches, the higher education system, et cetera, et cetera. It does not include those type properties. The Meadowview area, think about this. Since 08-09, there's been an increase of over $22 million in property tax appraisals. And what's interesting about that is the total value in 1998 was just $22 million. So last year we had a total appraisal increase of $22 million, which was actually more than the whole value in 1998.
That is amazing.
So total value now is over $111 million.
That's incredible.
It is incredible and great numbers, Miles. And Miles is head of the Kingsport Chamber. If you look into your crystal ball, what do you see for our city as we go into 2010? Kind of give us your current state of the city and where we're headed, because things do look very good and promising.
I think we're on the right track. I think our debt level within the city is certainly very manageable. We have a very progressive thinking board of mayor and aldermen. They're doing the things that are necessary to keep this community moving forward. Our business community is very innovative as well. They're doing the right things. I see very positive things on the horizon. I will say one thing that I want to actually ask the citizens of Kingsport to focus on so that we can continue on the right track. And that is to be supportive of the businesses that actually exist here. We've had a lot of investment in our retail, a lot of focus, a lot of effort. Risks are being taken by those businesses out there. So it's very important that our citizens today shop in those businesses, frequent those businesses, so those businesses can continue to expand, to hire employees, and to continue to have progress.
Now, I understand that the requirement of every guest that appears on this episode of the Kingsport Chamber Zone is to...
Every episode I'm trying.
is to talk, of course, about the upcoming Kingsport Chamber Annual Dinner. It's the 63rd Annual Dinner. And I guess, Miles, tell me, why is the annual dinner so wonderful? No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Bob. It really is. It's a great event. Tell me why everybody in Kingsport should be excited about it. Tell me what it means to Kingsport.
Annual dinner is a celebration. I just told you about so many positive things happening in Kingsport. We're going to celebrate those things. We're going to have a good time. A lot of annual dinners I've attended across this country, even though I've had fun, I've enjoyed them. A lot of them are not as much fun.
Definitely smaller than ours.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Combined, right?
Have a lot of speakers. We have very limited speakers, and the rest of it's just celebration, having a good time, amazing entertainment, great networking opportunity. So love to have the citizens of Kingsport come join us.
Right.
Well, Miles Burdine, the president and CEO of your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce, thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for your outstanding, incredible leadership and for all you're doing for Kingsport. A lot of what we've accomplished is attributable to you and your leadership,
Yes,
so thank you.
You need to go give yourself a raise.
There
Bob.
you go.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we just recorded that.
We did. We got you. Thanks, Miles.
Thanks for having me.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
And it's time to close this edition of your holiday Kingsport Chamber Zone. We've got a few fans. Didn't know we had any.
I didn't either. I love the demographics.
I'm not sure if all of them are fans. I know some of them work with Charter Media, so they were forced to come over here.
It's okay.
But we want to thank them, and of course we want to thank you for watching us all year long. Of course we want to thank the great team here at the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center for hosting us tonight, and of course the fabulous team of Charter Media for producing our show.
We also want to thank our show sponsors, Eastman Chemical Company and Eastman Credit Union.
And one more time, the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center and your law firm of Hunter, Smith & Davis.
Don't forget, for more information about the Kingsport Chamber's 63rd Annual Dinner or for what's going on in Kingsport, please check out your Kingsport Chamber's website at kingsportchamber.org.
And we are Bob and Laura, and for all of us with your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce and your Kingsport Chamber Zone, we wish each of you a Merry Christmas and joyous holiday season, and especially during this shopping time, we remind you to please be loyal
and buy local. And once again, from all of us here at the Kingsport Chamber Zone, we'd like to wish you
Merry Christmas.
What? Nobody told me the show was on?
It's Jack Dempsey.
It's Morgan King from Daytime.
It is Morgan. Hi, Morgan.
He'll do anything for a plug.
Well, you guys-
Our holiday edition. She is my, let me start over, I forgot. Award-winning, let me start over. That was good.
set to be held Friday, February the 5th, right here at the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. The reception begins at